Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about my experiment of trading on. My experiment is on cryptocurrency called Solana. Uh, when we start investing, it was $82, and I bought 400, and I spent $32,000. And in May 10, it went all the way to $96, and my profit was $6,000. But after that, it seemed like it kept the price is coming down to $60. Then it went back up to like about $83. Now it start coming back down. Today it come down to 74.76, and we can see my gain or loss. I lost about 2,500, and compared to added with the six thousand gain that I lost. Now in about like couple months, I lost about 8,500, almost like $9,000. But it's normal because the cryptocurrency is very volatile, so the price go up and down so quick. Let's see, the price this month it went up from 68, went up all the way to 82, 83, $83, and now it's coming back down to $74. So I feel like now the crypto and all the stock market is in the bear market season, so it might be continue to come down in the next couple of weeks. So we can keep watching together, and I've been forecast that it the price gonna keep gonna coming back down because it been going up for a while, and just like anything else, when it go up all the time, it gonna have some correction. And now the crypto market is doing correction now, so it should be coming back down, maybe to $60, maybe 65. Right now it's like 74, maybe the next stop is around $70. And at the end of the month, I don't think it's gonna go back to $80. It might be just stay around 70, 75 or something like that. So, but at the end of the year, I think it should be either 110 or $130 around that area because usually the cryptocurrency they at the end of the year they actually have really good number. So now we gonna like look at together and work together with me in the next 5 months, see what is the price of the cryptocurrency gonna be developed. Now we looking to the stock market. We can see today SpaceX came down from 143 and came down to it was 135 earlier, and now it's at 139, which is the price, the IPO price. And when it start selling SpaceX, it was 139 is the IPO price, and then it went up to 210, $211, and then it kept coming back down. Now it's coming back down to $139 IPO price. And like I did not invest in SpaceX yet, even though I know that the stock market gonna go up in the long run. but because the people that bought in the IPO, they not able to sell the the stock in 6 months. So my guess is in January they could sell it in January. So in January and February the stock it might be come down to 110. That when I think I would invest some in the SpaceX. But now I'm just gonna follow it and see where it's going. But my prediction is gonna come down to 110. And we see WTI, the oil price, Trump start do the blockade at the Strait of Hormuz, so we can see the oil price stay went up from 71 to 77 now. Actually went up really sharply because of the ongoing situation in the Middle East, especially Iran, Strait of Hormuz. Now we're gonna look at the next one, the gold. Gold been up and down, a little bit volatile, for this month. It it uh it went down to under it went down under 4,000 and then it went back up to $4,150 and now it come back down to about 4,000. But it might be come back down. We will see. But like this one a little bit different because usually when the geopolitics, like have, disruption or the war going on, usually the pressure metal like gold and silver usually going up in value. But for some reason today it coming down despite of what's going on in Iran. And also all the stock market is coming down. Nasdaq Composite down about 1.5%. Dow Jones Industrial down 0.26%. S&P 500 down 0.76%. And let's see, PWK, this I also followed this stock too. It went up to $144.50 and coming back down. So this one is actually doing good. But the thing is it's moving really slow. It's moving from 140 to 144.60 and now come back down to 143.69. The move is very low, and this stock is the interesting about this stock is it have 100 like stock ETS. It have about 160 company, and those company they do not like to keep their free cash flow around in the company. When they have free cash flow, they take some of the free cash flow and bought and buy back the stock and their make their stock price come up. So this one is one of those stock that I like, even though the moving really slow, but it seems like it keep moving, even though sometimes it go down, but in the long run it going up. All right, let's see what we have for the news today, July 13. The market fall as oil price surge on renewed Middle East tensions. U.S. stock futures are lower while crude oil climbed after renewed military conflict involving Iran raised concerns about energy supplies through The Strait of Hormuz. Investors are shifting toward defensive assets. Defensive asset, I guess, the company that like make the weapon for the US military. That makes sense because in war there's burn of ammunition, so the defense stuff usually doing really well. Wall Street prepares for a crucial earnings week. Major US banks, including JPMorgan, Citigroup, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Wells Fargo, began reporting second quarter earnings this week. Analysts expect strong investment banking and trading revenue. June CPI inflation report expected Tuesday. Investors are closely watching tomorrow's consumer price index release for clues on inflation and the Federal Reserve's next interest rate decision. All, all near 80% per barrel. Brent crude rose sharply after attacks disrupted shipping near the Strait of Hormuz. Highly energy price, highly higher energy prices are increasing concerns about inflation and transportation costs worldwide. Global semiconductor stocks decline. Semiconductor stock shares sold off after SK Hynix plucked about 15% weight, weighting on global chip stocks and Nasdaq. Investors are reassessing valuation follow the sector's strong rally. Yeah, I still feel like the AI stock is overweighted and it might be still in the bubble, so it might still keep coming down a little bit. Treasury yields move higher. The US 10-year Treasury yield climbed to around 4.58% as traders priced in persistent inflation risks and increased government borrowing needs. Federal Reserve officer in focus. Fed Governor Christopher Waller is scheduled to speak today, while market also await the U.S. Treasury's monthly budget report for the additional economy signals. Gold and silver retreat. Precious metals edge lower despite geopolitical uncertainty, with gold and silver giving back some of recent gains after weekend price spikes. So, like I say, gold and silver usually going up when there geopolitical uncertainty, but this time is not the case. Bitcoin and Ethereum trade lower. Bitcoin slipped about 63,000. Now it's 62,000 now, so it keep coming down while Ethereum trade near 1,781, reflecting cautious sentiment across cryptocurrency market. Money market funds continue offering attractive yield. The higher available money market account rates remain near 5%, while above the national average. Elevated short-term interest rates continue to benefit savers. So the baby boomer, the old people, they really happy. They love interest rate, higher interest rate because apparently they don't pay much tax on the saving, and also they don't invest in stock market. So the higher interest rate, the happier they are. However, this money market account rate update regularly, maybe monthly, if not weekly. So if the old people can lock in the CD about 2, 3 year lock in, well, it will be better for them because the CD they do as a contract as a yearly or 2 year, 3 years. Despite the money market account is only like the short term, and the rate will change maybe weekly, if maybe monthly, if not weekly. Key events to watch this week. Tuesday, U.S. June CPI inflation report. Tuesday, Wednesday, Q2 earnings from JPMorgan, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and Morgan Stanley. Later this week, earnings from Netflix, United Health, and GE Aerospace. Ongoing developments in the Middle East and their impact on oil markets and inflation expectation. All right, everybody, I think today that's all I want to say, and thank you for watching. And we're gonna continue watching this experiment together and see at the end of the year what it's gonna look like. But my prediction at the end of the year it might go up to 110 or 130, maybe between the. However, in the short time, especially at this time, it might be in the bear market and it might be come down to under 70. So, which is like, I would see the red in my portfolio. However, to be trading in cryptocurrency, it is expectable because it's to be expected because the price is very volatile and the move is very very high. It's like, let's see, like in couple months it moved from like 97 to $60, and then it come back to 83, now 74. So the swing is really high, but the key to this investment is just to be patient and make sure you don't panic and sell when it's low. And also, make sure you don't FOMO when the price of the stock go up. So that's everything I have for today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.